Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Rockers Media Network here for another exciting night of Motor City Rockers hockey. Tonight, second of a two-game series with the Watertown Wolves. Last night didn't go as planned for the Rockers. They found themselves in a three-goal hole after giving up three in under a minute in the first period. Rockers did bring it to 3-2. However, Wolves would score the next five, ended up with an 8-3 victory over your Motor City Rockers. Tonight, hoping a little bit of change of fortunes and some more changes in the lineup and on the transaction wire. Officially, Brad Ryder and Chris Corrigan have been signed and are now a part of the Rockers. They will be in the lineup tonight. In corresponding moves, Theo Rowell alongside Tim Delaney have been released. And not in the lineup tonight, you won't have Cody Oakes, you won't have Matthias Tellstrom. They are both scratches for tonight. One other point of news here on the transaction wire, Trevor Babin received a one-game suspension, so that means Bryn Sommerfeld will be in the lineup for the first time this season, getting a start here at home at Big Boy Arena, hoping to get a split this weekend and at least salvage 3 points from this as we get closer and closer to that playoff push. Take a quick break. Had a nice long conversation with Coach Jamison Milam about what they need to do and how they need to go forward after a tough loss a night ago. You'll hear that conversation in a moment. We'll take a quick break right here on the Rockers Media Network. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Motor City Rockers pregame show. I'm Brady Beaton, joined by head coach Jamison Milam. Coach, last night got away from you guys, but we were talking before we started recording. I honestly thought that for a large portion of the game, you were right there in it. Obviously, that 1 minute in the middle of the first period giving up 3 goals, put you so far behind the 8 ball that you have to almost play a perfect game the rest of the way. What did you think? Obviously, it got away from you, but I thought there were some pockets of good hockey last night.
I mean, it's tough to look back at last night and find something to be proud of when you give up 8 goals. Whether it's, offense not scoring, defense giving up odd man rushes, goaltending, whatever. When you get beat like that, it's more of a demoralizing kind of thing. You tend to try to fix things that don't need to be fixed, or look at situations that are just kind of hockey situations. And when it happens repeatedly to you and your team, it starts to feel like who's the problem here.
Right.
Is it the players? Is it the coach? Is it what do we need to do? What do we need to do? How psychologically, physically, mentally, whatever. What's the problem? And that's where we are. Is like when there's one problem, there's two, and then there's three, and then it snowballs. And looking back, there was periods of time where we were doing it right, getting pucks in and playing the body, and we'd recover pucks, and it wouldn't work out for us. And then we'd maybe get a little too aggressive on the offense because we're down by 3 or 2 or whatever. And then a team that plays a high octane kind of offense is waiting for those chances, and they go down on an odd man rush, and they are a team that scores a lot of goals, and that's what happens. So the difference tonight will be, focusing on limiting the amount of opportunities we give them. And that's not defenseman not pinching unless there's a high guy available to support him. Or, if it's not 100% going to be on your stick type of play, then we got to make the better choice, which is, to advance the puck to the next zone, put pressure on their guys, live to fight another day, because the more we try to force, it seems like the more it ends up in the back of our net. And that's not because we are not a good team. It's not because we're not skilled. It's not because we're not, we don't care. It's because when things start to roll negatively like that, it becomes contagious. And one guy does one thing, and then the guy on the bench sees it, and then he goes out and tries something, and we're all trying. But sometimes it just doesn't work. So we gotta simplify, get right back to the basics. And it's boring, and there's not a lot of exciting moments in a game like that. But that's the thing we have to recognize is when things aren't going your way, we got to find a way. We got to find a way to not only compete, but limit the opportunity you give to the other team. And when we do get our scoring chances, and we don't score, don't say, oh, shoot, I missed it, or, I'm sorry, I should have scored that one. Just be happy we got a chance to score and then build on it. We got to move forward. We can't keep looking back. We can't rely on each other to be the best version of ourselves every night. So we got to learn little things, set small goals, limit shots against. If your goal in one shift is to make sure you get the puck deep once and get a body check and get off the ice, then good, goal accomplished. Next step, let's move forward.
Said a few things in there I want to expand on, and one of them is, yeah, I think there is a lot of talent on this team, and that's part of the frustrating part is, hey, if it was a team that just was void of talent and was outmatched every night, you go, all right, well, we're going to go out there and try our best and hope we get a couple bounces. But you guys have proven you can compete with the top teams. You've played with Binghamton. You've gone to overtime with the Black Bears. You went down to Carolina and knocked off the Thunderbirds. So you have been with the top teams, but it's finding the consistency, I think, is the big key. But you've been around a while. You've had some tough luck this year. What do you need to do to find that spark, to find something to kind of flip the momentum? Is it go out there and be physical? Is it, like you said, simplify? How do you get that spark plug for a team that kind of needs one right now?
Well, you got to look to your leaders. And if the guys, that have done it before aren't willing to do it, then why would a young guy go out there and do it? And it's not, I've been trying to say it, like, if you chip 3 pucks out, not only does that force your centerman or the other winger to get his boots moving because he knows you're chipping pucks out, but maybe on that 4th time, that D's not coming down to pinch on you because you've been chipping pucks by him and he's got to turn around and chase. Now he gives you that time and space to make that extra play. So the problem is we're looking right away to make that sauce pass or that cheeky move, when if we start putting pucks behind them, forcing them to go back to their own end, they'll start retreating thinking we're going to do it, and that allows time and space for the guy with the puck later on in the game. And that's what we're lacking, is that wherewithal to understand that hockey is not only a 60-minute game, it's a game of inches. And the more you give and take, then you can create more based on, what you're doing in the game. If you dump it in the same defenseman's corner 5, 6, 7 times and you go down there and get a good hit on him, maybe that 7 times he's not going to want to go back into his
corner. Make a business
and
decision.
Maybe he'll let you get the puck and not take that hit. And then we got the puck in the offensive zone and we're cycling and we're making things happen. But we have to get to that point by choosing to make the good decisions at the blue lines, choosing when we get over the red line, if we see we're on an even man rush, or the pass we want to make is not 100% or even 50-50 at that point, where we know it's going deep. We got 2 guys going after it, and a good shift can be just going down, getting a hit, making them attack, getting into the trap, taking it back, dumping it down again, and changing. Like, it's boring, it's not rewarding, but in the long run, it will be. And that's what we need to understand.
Cliche for a reason.
Yeah.
So hopefully a spark plug, 2 new guys in the lineup, Brad Ryder, Chris Corrigan, acquired them from Monroe earlier in the week. What do a couple of guys like that, one familiar face in Ryder coming back, what does that do for this team?
Well, Ryder definitely brings a lot of speed. The plan was to play him in center and just have him, fly around and be responsible. But he said he's been liking playing wing lately, and he knows he's faster than most defensemen in the league. So we're going to put Corrigan at center, and I think he's like kind of another guy that can be any kind of guy we want. So he could play D, he can play wing, he can play center, and he's a big body. So we're going to put those 2 together and see what kind of chemistry they can bring coming from the same team right away. And with new blood, it's important we give them an opportunity not only for success, but to get their feel for the team and where we're at as a group. But it's exciting to be able to make changes late in the season and have some hopes for the future. So tonight's just going to be build off anything we can, take it from last night, learn from it, and limit their options.
I want to ask you keys to the game. I'm going to ask from Coach Milam's perspective, what are you looking for the guys to do out there tonight?
Like I said, it's got to be simple. If things aren't working for you, the best thing to do is to just revert back to basic hockey. And we know we can skate, we know we can stick handle, we know we can shoot. But when things aren't going in the direction we want, it's got to be even simpler. If you got the puck on your stick and you can't make a good play, then make the right play. And then that in turn makes the guy next to you go chase it down. It's just repetitively doing it and doing it and doing it until something opens up. Like I said, game of inches. So the time and space that we create early in the game, we wear them down a little bit. Maybe they start making mistakes, the ones we've been making, because they're starting to get frustrated with us having the time and possession in their end because we keep, getting it down there and forcing them to come the whole length of the ice. And it gets frustrating, trust me. Spent a lot of time in your D-zone this year, and, you work to get the puck back, you move it up, and then we try to make a play, and it's back in our end, and we're still playing defense. So that's what we got to get away from. Guys have to make the choice to, help each other by helping themselves and just getting pucks out. And if we have the time and space to skate, go ahead, go make plays. But we limit our chances, or limit their chances by not turning over the puck and making sure we have our guys on defense.
Coach, I appreciate it. Good luck out there. Go get a win.
Thank you.
He's head coach James Milam. I'm Brady Beeden. We'll have more on the pregame show right after this here on the Rockers Media Network.
Up in front, shot, scores! Numbers line now, shot, scores! Here we go, Snitson, and we got a full line roll! FPHL, full line roll! Hell yeah!
Hey, band members, follow the Motor City Rockers on social media. On Facebook, X, and YouTube at Rockers Hockey. On Instagram and TikTok, find them at Motor City Rockers. For tickets, schedule, and more, visit rockershockey.com. Rock on.
Hi, Avery Smith with Motor City Rockers. My favorite thing about Crunch Fitness is their free weight section. Bench press, dumbbell bench, do rows, about anything you can think of.
I'm Chris Buys. We're currently on the IR. Crunch Fitness has got a lot of machines, weights, super beneficial for PT. For my injury right now, they got a nice turf over there too, which is super helpful.
George's here. But one thing I really like about Crunch Fitness is the tanning beds. Rain or snowstorm outside, I don't miss a day in the sun, so I'm always getting my nice bronze color.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome in live to Big Boy Arena. Getting ready for Game 2 of a two-game set between the Motor City Rockers and the visiting Watertown Wolves. Before we go any further, let's take a minute to thank all those that make tonight's broadcast possible. We start, as always, with Park Avenue Productions. PSN Technologies bringing you stats all season long. Crunch Fitness, they keep your rockers rink ready. And 106.7's Detroit Wheels, keeping everything rocking and rolling over the airwaves. Thank you to everyone that makes these broadcasts possible. Last night, we talked about it a little bit in the pregame. Big nights first for Stephen Klink, who had a hat trick in that in the win last night for Watertown. He's going to look to continue the momentum for him. Davide Gaeta as well for Watertown. Very strong night a night ago. Recorded his 100th point in his FPHL career. 2 goals and an assist. I credited him with 3, but I was mistaken. Only 3 points, 2 goals and an assist for Gaeta. For the Rockers, a little bit of reinforcement coming in. First, we talked about in the opening, Chris Corrigan. He is back. He is in the purple and black for Motor City. He is joined by fellow former Moccasin Brad Ryder, a former Rocker in his own right. Brad Ryder will be coming back to Motor City to try to help give a little bit of a push, put some speed out there. We mentioned it in the pregame as well. Trevor Babin picked up a 1-game suspension, so that means for the second time this season, Bryn Sommerfeld will get the start in net. 35 will look to pick up a win. He is credited at 1-0. He's played in a couple other games, only one other start. That was in Danville a couple months back. Johnny G, give him the starting lineups here. We'll give them to you when we come back. We'll step aside when we return. Starting lineups and national anthem when we return here on the Rockers Media Network.
Picked up by front, shot, scores! Summerfly now, shot, scores! Here we go, Snitson, and we got a full line roll! FPHL, full line roll! Hell yeah!
Hey, band members, follow the Motor City Rockers on social media. On Facebook, X, and YouTube at Rockers Hockey. On Instagram and TikTok, find them at Motor City Rockers. For tickets, schedule, and more, visit rockershockey.com. Rock on.
Hi, Avery Smith with Motor City Rockers. My favorite thing about Crunch Fitness is their free weight section. Bench press, dumbbell bench, do rows, about anything you can think of.
I'm Chris Buys. We're currently on the IR. Crunch Fitness has got a lot of machines, weights, super beneficial for PT, for my injury right now. They got a nice turf over there too, which is super helpful.
George's here. But one thing I really like about Crunch Fitness is the tanning beds. Rain or snowstorm outside, I don't miss a day in the sun, so I'm always getting my nice bronze color.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels is classic rock that rocks.
Metallica,
Guns N' Roses,
Aerosmith,
AC/DC,
Pearl Jam,
Ozzy.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels.
Back here at Big Boy Arena. National anthem has been played, getting ready to drop the puck. Let's meet the starting lineup tonight for your Motor City Rockers. As I mentioned, Bryn Sommerfeld will be in net. Trevor Babin suspended. Elijah Gibbons is the emergency backup goaltender tonight. The coach, Jamison Milam, alongside Nick McGill-Diaz, will be the D pairing. And up front, it's Gullo in between Tristan Wells and Eli Rivers. Rockers looking to get a split here with Watertown. Again, you look at parts of the game and they controlled the pace of the play. Thought Anton Borodkin played pretty well for Watertown last night. He will not be in net for the Wolves. Eloi Bouchard will get the start for the Wolves. On defense for Watertown as well, you will have Ludlow Harris Jr. alongside Andrew Whalen, Trevor Lord, Trevor Graspy, and Davide Gaeta, the starting forwards here tonight. Actually, looks like they have Graspy on defense. They have him listed as a forward. He'll start on defense and move Whalen up to a forward. Rockers right to left, Wolves left to right. Saturday night hockey here in Fraser, Michigan, and up the draw. Motor City controls it. So glad to have you with us. Rockers looking for a split. Wills chips in deep. Rivers behind the net. Back pass, and it was in the crease. Wells couldn't control it. He was pressured off the puck by Whalen. Wells slides it behind the net. Graspy intercepts for Watertown. He's pressured by Gullo. Rockers come out with a little bit of gusto. Pass broken up, taken away. McGill-Diaz over to Wells. He'll ring it around the boards to the near side. Gullo fighting for it with Rivers. It pops out, and Whalen comes away with it. Over the Rocker logo at center ice to Wells on the near side. Pressure from McGill-Diaz. He's able to knock it away. And Motor City trying to get it out of the zone. They cannot. Whalen behind Sommerfeld. Backhand pass broken up. McGill-Diaz tried to chip it ahead. Milam swiped at it with the left hand. Turnover, Gaeta, point blank look, score. No, Whalen denied by Sommerfeld. And a little extra talking after the whistle. He took all day, put it on a tee, and let it fly. Rockers maybe got a little too anxious working on the breakout, and it led to a point blank chance. 1 minute into this one, and Sommerfeld already having to make a big time stop. Defensive zone draw for Motor City. One of the newer Rockers coming up and out of the zone, Brad Ryder, using that patented speed. Into the offensive zone, battling with the veteran Henning. On the near side, and Watertown quickly neutralizes the threat. It's Carter Thornton, can't get the by Blaisdell. I don't think Colton realized the puck wasn't on Thornton's stick. He was battling the man. Puck was in the corner. Blaisdell, too strong of a feed for Avery Smith. No icing. Smith pushes him off. Point blank backhand off the post and in. 91 seconds. Welcome to the show. Chris Corrigan and Motor City on top. Let's take another look. Much better start to tonight's contest. Avery Smith muscling the puck away, and Chris Corrigan with a backhand beauty. 1-0 Rockers. I'm going to guess that is unassisted for Corrigan. He has 5 this year. Takes him just a couple minutes to get acclimated here in Fraser. Gagnon steps in front of the puck, pass across, broken up. He was looking for Stevens in the left wing circle. Good start for Motor City. Can they keep the momentum up? Stevens fed ahead to Gagnon. He was behind the defense. Bouchard plays it out of the crease. Stevens chips in deep. Kapatayev in the corner. Circling around between the circles. Shot, rebound, far side. Gagnon backhands it. Stevens centers, no one home, so Chase DeBari for Watertown picks it up. He'll try to work it up and out of the zone. Leaves back for the D-man, Ian McDonald. DeBari chips it to Klink. A hat trick a night ago for Klink. Down low, shot save, Sommerfeld, and he's on top of it. 17:33 to go in the first period. 1-0, Motor City on top. Offensive zone draw for the Wolves. Rockers control. Rotundi, near side Rivers. He couldn't control it. Harris sends it back in deep. Will Campbell battling for it. It's knocked away along the boards. Tristan Wells hits it off the linesman and eventually rolls it on its side all the way down behind Bouchard. At neutral ice, Nick McGill-Diaz sauces it across to Gullo. Flips it in deep. You see a little more of the simplified play that Coach Jamison Milam was talking about in the pregame interview. Hey, you don't have to be a superhero every time you're out on the ice. Do the simple things. And it's already resulted in 1 goal, but he's hoping throughout the course of the game it can have stacking effects. Shot, rebound wide of the net. Oh, you had Andrew Whalen on the doorstep. He couldn't find the puck. Shot, deflected into the back of the net, and the Wolves have tied it up. A chaotic sequence. I don't know if Sommerfeld knew where the puck was, and it looks like Davide Gaeta will pick up his 3rd goal of the weekend, 4th point, and it's a 1-1 hockey game. That hit someone out in front. I'm going to guess it hit 86. Corrigan off the draw, and well, we're back at square one, 3.5 minutes into this. Bouchard behind his own net. On the near side, Ryder. He's pinned to the boards. Avery Smith picks it up. Diagonal feed to the captain, Colton. Shot on net, swallowed up by Bouchard. $16:20 to go, first period. Each side has lit the lamp already. Hope you had everything ready to go, got the popcorn made, settled in, because this one, I have a feeling, is going to be high flying for most of the 60 minutes. Colton on his own blue line. He surveys the scene. Thornton offers a little bit of token pressure. Errant pass all the way down the length of the ice. Wolves easily win the race. We'll go to the Rockers' end. So those two goals coming a couple minutes apart. Officially, it's Corrigan from Avery Smith, and for Watertown, Gaeta from Graspy and Harris Jr. Clean win for Corrigan in his own end. Back to Blaisdell. The Michigan native down the near side. Couldn't get it to Smith, and he has to pressure on the forecheck. Back in his own zone, Blaisdell. Short feed, Kapatayev. He's pressured. Kapatayev back behind his own net. He flies around on the ice with him and Ryder out there in purple. A little more team speed for Motor City. Smith in close, had it poked away. Trying for the fancy footwork, couldn't deke his way to a scoring opportunity. On the counterattack, right side, pass behind Erdman, he goes into the corner. Thornton kicks it to a stick and turns it over. Stevens and Gagnon couldn't get on the same page. Off the low glass, Gagnon sends it in, Stevens will chase. On the near side, Rockers keep possession. Kapatayev shot deflected and out the back of Gagnon. Left wing circle, Kapatayev. Back to the point, Rotundi. Didn't get a lot on the shot, and Watertown going the other way. 360 from Dabari. Had it poked away. Nice job by Ryan Rotundi. Didn't have to do a lot there, but enough to put it between the blue lines, force Watertown to touch up. Over 5 minutes into this first period, 1-1 game. Shot and another save by Sommerfeld. 14:58 to go in the first. Strap in, folks. Should be a high-flying game tonight. 1-1 early in the first period. We'll step aside. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey.
Up in front, shot, scores! Number one, now shot, scores! Here we go, Snitson, and we got a full line roll! FPHL, full line roll! Hell yeah!
Hey, this is Avery Smith from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network powered by KE Electrics Plus.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, 14:48 to go in the first period. Corrigan and Gaeta for their respective sides has it tied at 1. Fans, I know you can't be here with us tonight at the rink, but if you're watching at home, love to support. One easy way to do that, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this live stream. Helps show that there are a lot of purple and black fans out there, a lot of members of the Rock Show all across Metro Detroit and the country. We'll have a draw in the Rockers' end. Watertown with a clean win. Graspy to the near side, Dabari. Walks it up, shot, missed wide of the net, hit the post. Tristan Wells working the breakout feed. Just a bit too tall for Eli Rivers. Him and Gullo could have had the opportunity going the other way. Wolves in their own end, Ludlow. Far corner. He'll flip it to center right. Shevers knocks it down with the right hand. Gullo cuts him off. Tristan Wells collects the loose puck, leaves it behind him, and Klink into the offensive zone. Bottom of the left wing circle, Rotundi and Campbell team up to neutralize the threat. Graspy. Shot deflected by Gullo. Got his right shoulder in the way. Up and out of the zone. Too much steam on that clear. An icing and back into the Rockers' end. Another draw to the left of Sommerfeld. Rockers have to keep the same line out there. And I don't think Gullo was on the ice. They're going to send him off and put Rivers back on. So Rivers back on the ice. Gullo back to the bench, and Corrigan in the face-off down against Whalen. Into the corner off the draw. Far side, Gaeta. He has feasted here at Big Boy Arena this weekend. Behind the net, Aaron Feed goes out of the zone, and the Rockers should be able to get most of their skaters off. They'll get 4 new sets of legs out there. Ryder, Smith, Milam, McGill, Diaz, the one still on there, Corrigan. He's actually on the line he should be on now. Gaeta, left wing circle. Keeps it on the stick. At the point, left side, Wolves on the attack. Shot kicked away. In the corner, back behind the net. Watertown controlling the pace of play right now. Whalen turned it over. Avery, Smith, and Ryder looking to break out. Feed deflected. Ryder racing for it. Henning gets there first. Leaves it for Whalen. Sommerfeld off the glass. And between the blue lines, Trevor Newman sends it on net. Easy save for Sommerfeld. Nick McGill-Diaz in his zone end over to Avery Smith. Takes it over the red line, then the blue, into the offensive zone. Smith on the forehand, shot missed high and wide. McGill-Diaz from the point, shot deflected, getting in the way of that one. It looked like that was McDonald. In the offensive zone, Thornton left side, and it's poked away. Mark Botterill, he scored a night ago. They're going to get 2 in 2 nights. Shot wide, but Sommerfeld gloves it anyway. He'll hold for the draw. 12:19 to go first period, 1-1 game. We've settled in a little bit since the 2 goals in the first few minutes. Draw on the near side dot, Rockers end. Botterill shot deflected. Thornton into the belly of Sommerfeld. He's getting some early action. Shots on goal right now tilting in favor of the Wolves. 9-3 Watertown. They've recorded the last 5 shots. Stats all season long brought to you by PSN Technologies. Kabatayev, little too anxious on the draw. He gets the boot. Stevens in to replace him. Blaisdell off the draw, sends the Colton. On the left side, Kabatayev. Over the red line, he's pinned to the boards. Kabatayev crunched. Wolves bench excited about the effort. Another hit, and they like the physicality. Blaisdell, 2-on-1. Drop pass, Kabatayev scores! Dirty dangles from the Russian, and it's 2-1 Rockers. Tonight might as well be orientation for the new Rockers. Corrigan got his first for Motor City, and here, look at this drop pass, Blaisdell, Kabatayev, and who someone might want to check Bouchard's ankles. He was sprawled out on the ice. You know, everyone loves big hits in hockey. Everyone gets the oohs and the ahs. But if you go back and look at that play, Watertown had a couple of hits. Then they started to go up and try and create a big collision again. Well, when you go up to make a hit, that leaves space behind you, and that's what caused the 3-on-1. Wells into the offensive zone, shot deflected. Harris Jr. got in the way of that one. Gullo, left side, pass out in front, picked up, Rivers, shot, rebound, and Wells tracks it down in the corner, leaves for Rivers. The Rockers' leading scorer drops it off. Watertown getting very physical. Gullo went down to the ice. Wells in the corner. Along the far boards. should say one correction. Cabatayev did have a goal for Motor City on the road. This was his first one here at home. My apologies. He's been pretty solid for Motor City so far. Excuse me, no, I was mistaken. So I will withdraw my correction. Was not needed. Speaking of which, Ryder. I know he scored for Motor City before. Got my notes crisscrossed. Smith in the corner. It's taken away. Up the near side, Trevor Lord. He's always dangerous with the puck on his tape. Shot deflected by the legs of Ryan Rotundi. Milam, the veteran, throwing the body around. 10:08 to go first period. Rockers lead it 2-1. Ryder chips ahead. Corrigan with speed on the right side. Quick wrister, deflected, rebound, bounces to the far side. No one around Davide Gaeta. And he'll get it to Whalen, just barely onside. Whalen slides it wide of the net. Trevor Lord hops it in front of the crease, knocked away. Milam, puck on his stick up the far side. Avery Smith. Off the end boards, Adam Kuhn. Pressured. Kabatayev. Back to Steven behind the net, drop pass. McGill Diaz keeps it in the zone, sends it right back in. Stevens out in front and it's deflected away. Rockers controlling the pace of play a little bit right now. Wolves on their heels. Kabatayev kept it in. Right side, Steven, stick goes flying, shot. Kabatayev didn't have a stick to whack at it with. He still gets crunched to the boards, and the Rockers are going on the man advantage. And things are getting a little testy. Kyle Stevens and Botero went down to the ice. 9:05 to go in the first period. Rockers will be on the power play when we come back. They already have the 2-1 lead. Chance to add on to it when we return. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey.
Hey, fan members. Follow the Motor City Rockers on social media. On Facebook, X, and YouTube at Rockers Hockey. On Instagram and TikTok, find them at Motor City Rockers. For tickets, schedule, and more, visit rockershockey.com. Rock on.
Hey, this is Josh Cullen from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network powered by KE Electric Supply.
Back here at Big Boy Arena. 2-1 Rockers on top. Let's take a look at what's going on around the Fed. Defense didn't show up in New York. Binghamton up 6-3 over the Hockey Club Venom. Port Huron and Danbury deadlocked at 1 just north of us at McMorran Arena. Carolina up 2-0 over Mississippi in the Gulf Coast. Blue Ridge down by a goal to Columbus. And the Dashers will take on Athens starting at 8:05. Still got a little ways before that puck drops. 2 on the board for roughing they give to Ian McDonald. Rockers will head out on the power play. They scored twice on the man advantage a night ago. McGill Diaz shot into the glove of Bouchard. McGill Diaz, he netted his first goal of the season last night. Nine minutes to go, first period. Gullo, take another draw, another clean win to Milam. Wound up the slap shot, drops it back. McGill Diaz fakes it, gives low, and a kick from Gullo, just a bit off with Rivers. Rockers retreat and reset. Big forechecking pressure. Very aggressive from Tomasi. Rivers back to McGill Diaz. Pass broken up. Tomasi all over the ice on the PK. He'll head to the bench. He was all over, getting in the way. Rivers on the right wing. Slides it over to Gullo. He surveys the scene. 1:18 to go in the man advantage. Rivers pressured and Harris pokes it away. Look out. He's going to have a shorthanded opportunity and ties the game.
second night in a row, Watertown has scored down a man. And that was all effort from Ludlow Harris Jr., his 5th of the season, and we're deadlocked at 2. So Watertown's captain strikes. And we got ourselves a 2-2 game. This one might be a race to 6 or 7. That's a pretty easy one. That's Harris unassisted. I don't need to wait for the official scoring on that one. That was poked away at the blue line. That's a frustrating one. Chance to go up by 2 and instead you give one up. Now you're looking to just get even on the man advantage. Colton into the offensive zone. Drops back Smith. His shot deflected. Ryder swats at it, keeps it in. Down low, Smith to Ryder. Behind the net. Ryder taking his time. Back to the point. Stevens to Blaisdell. Quick shot, and it's loose out in front. A shot on net, another look. Smith 2 or 3 tries at it, and Bouchard stands tall. 30 seconds to the man advantage. Colton shot deflected off the high glass. Lord clears it. 7:26 to go in the first period. 20 seconds left in the McDonald Ruffing Minor. And we got a 2-2 hockey game. One last rush for the Rockers. Colton can't get it in deep. Wolf's penalty kill has been superb the past couple of minutes. 3 seconds. Ryder might be able to get one more look at it. Blaisdell shot tipped just wide. I like where Avery Smith is. You go in front of the net, good things happen. Just didn't get the right bounce. Smith, cross crease pass. Oh, it was in the feet of a couple of different Wolves. And Eloy Bouchard sprawls out to get on top of it rather. 6:35 to go in the first. 2-2 hockey game. That previous power play brought to you by Continental Electric Products, proudly made in Michigan. They provide power solutions to industry. Continental is a premier partner of the Motor City Rockers. And the Rockers come up empty on their first Continental Electric Products power play. Hoping they get another rather soon. Stevens and Tomasi had some words for each other. We get ready for the draw on the far dot. Off the draw, Rotundi keeps it in. Far side, Gullo can't settle the puck down. Graspy lost it. Right side, Rivers. He's pressured on the puck. He kicks it deep. 2 white, 2 purple jerseys battling for the puck, trying to mine it out of the boards. Coming away with it, Watertown, they're looking for the odd man rush. 3-on-2. Thornton over to Graspy. He leaves it for no one in particular, and Wells collects it. Over to Will Campbell. Errant pass, turnover, Newman, left side, shot deflected. Back to the left point, Graspy over to Derschel, and his shot was way wide of the net. 6 minutes to go, first period, 2-2. Quick glove from Sommerfeld, and we'll get another whistle. Shots are a dime a dozen right now. And quite literally a dozen for Watertown, 10 for Motor City. Hope both goaltenders are warmed up and ready to go. If they aren't, they sure as heck are now. Another save from Sommerfeld. That's his 11th of the period. Quick win off the draw, shot, glove. That one was high and wide, but Sommerfeld reached up and handled it anyway. Rockers off the draw, Milam battling for it, slides it to McGill Diaz. Tries to clear the zone, eventually does. Corrigan, he got the scoring started at the beginning of this first period, but how much action that is, that feels like a while ago. Ryder was looking for Corrigan, missed the mark. Milam keeps it back in deep. Along the near side, Watertown trying to get it out of the zone. Just inside the Watertown blue line. And I believe we're going to get a penalty. Or hand pass, excuse me. Hand pass brings it back out of the zone. Gagnon off the draw, back to McGill Diaz, finds Milam. Pitchforks it in deep. Henning on the near side, and it's sent all the way down into the Rockers' end. 5 minutes left to go in an action-packed first period, 2-2. Kapatayev and Corrigan have scored for Motor City. It's Ludlow Harris Jr. and Davide Gaeta for Watertown. Kapatayev pressured in his own end. Can't split a pair of Wolves. Right side, Gaeta, backhand, missed wide of the net. On the left side, McDonald comes up, drops it back to Trevor Lord. Quick shot, sticked away into the corner. No one wants to collect it. Kapatayev races with Gaeta. On the far half wall, back to the point, shot to the chest of Sommerfeld. He pins it to the jersey, and we'll take our final break of this first period. 2-2 hockey game. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey.
Hi, Avery Smith with Motor City Rockers. My favorite thing about Crunch Fitness is their free weight section. Bench press, dumbbell bench, do rows, about anything you can think of.
I'm Chris Buys, we're currently on the IR. Crunch Fitness has got a lot of machines, weights, super beneficial for PT, for my injury right now. They got a nice turf over there too, which is super helpful.
Superior Georgia here. But one thing I really like about Crunch Fitness is the tanning beds. Rain or snowstorm outside, I don't miss a day in the sun, so I'm always getting my nice bronze color.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels is classic rock that rocks.
Metallica,
Guns N' Roses,
Aerosmith,
AC/DC,
Pearl Jam,
Ozzy.
106.7 WLLZ, Detroit's Wheels.
Hey, this is TJ Sneed from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network, powered by KE Electric Supply.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, 2-2 with 4:26 left to go in the first. Folks, couple of games coming up next Saturday. It'll be Shamrock the House, benefiting Ronald McDonald House of Detroit. That is the second of the two-game set against Columbus next homestand. Right now, it's a 2-2 game between Motor City and Watertown. And Gullo gets the boot off the draw. Watertown controls it. Erdman swing and a miss on the first look. Slides to the far side. Wells battling for it. A flurry of players, and coming away with it, Eli Rivers chips ahead. But D-man Colton backhands to Gullo into the offensive zone. Gullo into the corner. Slides to Rivers far side. Watertown very aggressive physically. Wells blew a tire. Him and Gullo trying to control the puck. Watertown trying to get it out of their own end. And it's an errant pass. Blaisdell easily wins the race for icing. And we'll go down to the Watertown end. 3:49 to go in the first period. 2-2 hockey game. Gullo on the near dot. Tie up on the draw, picking it up for Watertown. Erdman. Klink on the near side. DeBari feeds the center ice. Backhand to Klink into the offensive zone. Him and Colton, and he gets the shot by Colton. Couldn't beat Gonzalez. Wells off the boards. Gullo racing forward. He's cut off by DeBari. The Wolf forward spins around. has a little room along the far side boards to the left skate, give and go. Jabari, left wing circle, cross crease pass, and a save from Sommerfeld. Nice job by Sommerfeld going post to post, and it keeps the game tied at 2. Tie up on the draw. Ryan Rotundi behind his own net. He works the breakout, slides to the right side. Corrigan, diagonal dump in, Ryder to chase. Graspy looking to box him out. Ryder fighting for it in the corner. Newman finds it into the far side. Botero, Thornton, all by his lonesome into the offensive zone. Him versus Rotundi. Shot gets the Sommerfeld, but an easy save for 35. 2:49 to go first period, 2-2 hockey game. Watertown, they're looking for the weekend sweep, get another 6 points. With the win last night and Port Huron's loss, they jumped into 3rd place in the Empire Division standings. Right now, Motor City just looking for something to build off of. Again, there are pockets of good a night ago. It's just consistency, I think, is the word of the day for Motor City. Graspy dumps in, Sommerfeld out of the crease to play it. Ryan Rotundi banks for Avery Smith along the far boards into the offensive zone. Smith's shot nearly bounced right to Brad Ryder. Battle for it between the blue lines. Graspy waits for his fellow teammates to touch up. He dumps and Watertown goes for a change. McGill Diaz behind his own net. Setting up the breakout, Whalen will offer some pressure. Sommerfeld trying to get in the way. McGill Diaz pass tipped, and Henning gets it to neutralize. Stevens bats at it with the left paw, but Trevor Lord for Watertown. Offsides called. That'll bring the draw back to neutral ice. And fans, if your sides are a little off, remember, Great Clips keeps your hair on sides. Located in Meyer, just across the street from Big Boy Arena. Great Clips, the official hair cutter of your Motor City Rockers. Motor City off the draw. Milam evades the pressure. Kabatayev cannot. At his own blue line, Whalen backhands it to the far corner. Milam battles in the corner, slides back. Coming away with it is Kabatayev. He scored the second of Motor City's goals. Gagnon swipes at it. He gets it in deep. Stevens battling for it with Derschel. Gagnon coming to aid to the far side. Gaeta over to Henning. 1:12 to go first period. 2-2 hockey game between Watertown and Motor City. Second of a 2-game set. Shot hits off the backboard. Nick McGill Diaz. He's pressured by a couple of Watertown players. Eventually the puck bounces on its side into the Wolf end, where Ludlow Harris Jr. sets up, waits for his fellow teammates to spill over the boards. They work the rush. Klink stops on the far boards. Stick handles, Graspy. Blaisdell comes to pressure. Pass too hot for Klink to handle. And Tristan Wells dangles around a couple of Wolves. 3-on-2. Wells, drop pass, Gullo, and it was broken up. Graspy did a nice job getting his body in front of it. Bouchard will cover up. 26.5 seconds showing on the scoreboard here at Big Boy Arena. Deadlocked at 2. Draw to the left of Bouchard. And Klink will get the boot. Cheevers will replace him. Tie up on the draw, goes back to the point. Colton unloads one and it's tipped wide of the net. Wells and River were in position for a rebound, just went to the far side. Colton gives along the half wall, back out. Colton quickly puts it back on the ice. Rivers skates back, 8 seconds. Need to hurry. Turnover, not what you want to see. Rivers throws the body. Final few seconds will tick off the clock. And we will go to intermission, tied at 2. Real quick, that play right there, Wells is out in front, and Colton took a shot. I think that's something Jamison Milan was talking about in the pregame. Right there, it didn't work, and it's not a big play. But if you keep doing that over this course of 3 periods, over the course of a weekend, over the course of a month, you're going to see results in the long term. And I think that's what he was talking about, keeping it simple, get in front of the net, take a shot, see if you get a bounce. That time it went in the corner. Hey, maybe next time it goes off the bar and in. Maybe it bounces over to Rivers. Little things like that can help the Rockers secure a win tonight. 2-2 hockey game after 1. We'll take a break, recap the first period. When we return, you're watching Motor City Rockers hockey.
Up in front, shot, scores! Numbers line now, shot, scores! Here we go, Snitson, we got a full line roll! FPHL, full line roll! Hell yeah!
Hey, this is Avery Smith from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network, powered by KE Electric Supply.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, 2-2 after 1. Let's recap the score, and it's ping-pong back and forth. 1:31 in, Chris Corrigan endeared himself to Rockers fans by burying a shot. They give Avery Smith an assist, and I'll tell you what, he earned it. His forecheck, the pressure he put, let Corrigan come up, pick it up, and bury the shot. Lead wouldn't last for long. Under 2 minutes later, Davide Gaeta would even it up from Trevor Graspy and Ludlow Harris Jr., tying the score at 1. Rockers would strike next. A 3-on-1. Give Doug Blaisdell a lot of credit. He had a beautiful drop pass between the hash marks. Kabatayev was there, and he put some dangles on Elwha Bouchard to give the Rockers the lead back. Rockers would then get a power play, and it would net a goal, but for the wrong side. Ludlow Harris Jr. poked the puck away at the blue line. He was all by himself, and he would not be denied. He buried the shorthanded breakaway, and that's where we stand after a period. Tied at 2 after 20 minutes of play. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more for you here on the Rockers Media Network.